My name is Nikola, and forever shall I be in awe of reality revealing itself. With its generous love that I get to discover, no matter where I focus. My current state is that I am now one with the eternal current. You may surrender to this flow or resist it. I am a student of energy. On Earth it is called the electricity. And there are very telling names we give machines that work with electricity. We have generators that create energy, conductors that transmit that information, transformers to vary levels of output, receivers which make the information perceptible, capacitors to store and release energy, and information outlets. And we wrap wires around cores in transmission of energy. The two must be wrapped around the same core for the transmission to be received. All of these terms are so relevant when it comes to understanding the energy of life, which is emotion. They have a parallel meaning when it comes to the soul. You generate or dissipate energy through your emotions. You store it, release it, translate it into words, expressions of great artistic power and body movements, gestures, and dance. The words that are used in technology naturally shall reveal how we understand ourselves. Our physical bodies are all of these terms in action. When the soul surrenders to the source, then all things are possible. This would be the greatest logic for you to live by and share. Some refer to it as God by many names. The scientifically, or shall I say, so-called scientifically minded, refer to it now in some circles as the unified field. Some believe that the universe was created from an explosion. Spiritual realizations can feel like that as well, and when you have an awakening, or a spiritual explosion inside of you, it certainly creates a new universe for you. To surrender to Source, I have realized, is the secret and the reason for everything that we do. For ultimately, joy is what you seek and live for, and perhaps even die for. Physical reality as you know it, meaning your planet, and all of its inhabitants, is a co-created experience brought to life for you to be all that you are and have always been. The illusion for you may be that you must become something other than you are. Even when energy is amplified, when the signal is made larger or louder, it is simply opening up to its own ever-widening spectrum of inherent power. Meaning the more you feel you are expanding, the more you are coming into the realization of your eternal self, and through you, more can be transmitted to others. When you speak negatively to yourselves, that is resistance to the source. You have the power to resist. This is your blessing, not your curse. You are not cursed because you create your reality, you are blessed because of it. For energy to be received, the receiver must be open. To be open, you must let go and be still. Throughout time, people have yearned to master energy. Energy cannot be seen, for it is the field that gives birth to and permeates all. While frequencies can be measured, and devices created to give you a visual representation of its vibration and its velocity. Source energy itself cannot be seen, it only shows up as something or through something. It gives birth to form, but the source is formless. You may live your own life this way, free of strict identities, affiliations, dogma, and institutionally backed philosophies. You must free your mind to have free energy. Do you know the distance between anything is an illusion? There is no space between anything, for nothing is separate. What I used to perceive as space was my concept of emptiness. In my travels beyond human incarnation, I have discovered that there is nothing which is empty and nothing which exists separately from anything else. All of creation is linked. All of creation is an extension of itself. You will experience rapture and freedom, and the absence of fear when you step into this garden of knowledge. Science has learned by this, I mean the individuals or teams who work within the fields of the current institutions of scientific study. To transmit information, video, audio, through the air without losing its integrity. Structurally, the signals and bits of information are sent into the air and are received and displayed. You find this commonplace and do not stop to be in wonder of this achievement. Your own thoughts can be transmitted using non-physical technology. When the bits of information are flying through the air, what force is holding it? Is it possible that the air is supporting those frequencies traveling from a satellite to your phone eventually? Indeed, it is. The information is non-physical, whether it is a song or video footage. It makes no difference once you understand how to transmit information energy. Then, telepathic communication will become more accepted. With its generation, the masses currently do experience telepathic communication, which you refer to as vibes. Vibes, of course, are vibration. You can feel the vibes in a room, or even in a conversation through texting on your cellular phones. You are such excellent receivers that you are able to feel emotionally the undertone of a text message. Your ability to store data within your spirit is remarkable if you choose. You are able to experience a moment from your childhood with all of its details in texture, temperature, and so on. These memories carry resonance, another popular term used in technology. To resonate means that magnetic pulsing waves of energy are rippling outward. You can feel the resonance in a person's voice or their creations, be it a painting or a building or a song. Life itself is energy, everything is alive, and always shall be. The so-called death is an illusion. How do you harness energy? To push through old boundaries and limits, there must be hunger. A hunger for a better way leads to innovation. You must not repeat, soullessly and blindly, methods that do not bring you the desired result. Perhaps you are exhausted from your efforts to feel peaceful and yet energized simultaneously. How do you regenerate your energy? You are a natural generator who holds the key of transformation. Locked away in your fears is the seed of boundless energy. If only you would realize that happiness is not only a choice, but also what you are. If you were taught, from a young age, some of these understandings and perspectives, imagine how much clarity and sanity would be yours. People fall over themselves doing things in the pursuit of being able to receive more energy. Relationships and affection energizing you, creative expression, physical satisfaction, mental stimulation, all offer you energy. The level of power you get from it is up to you. The sensitivity of your receptors defines the impact. The more sensitive you are, the less stimulation you will need. Therefore, the less energy expended to receive more energy would be the key. If the massive financial resources of the Western world were spent in creating small, powerfully ultra-sensitive solar panels, there would no longer be any energy crisis. What drains mental energy? Finding fault with everything around you will certainly do that. Some get energy from blame, but this energy is not the best kind, for down the line it shall drain you. Like anger. Sadness itself has no energy, really, very little. At least anger has some spark that can light a fire to move your spirit. But again, to make a life fueled by anger will certainly destroy you and others. Make love your source. If existence itself is love, and you have decided this to be true, then you will be open to understanding everything existing as coming from love originally. This concept might be troubling to you, for you find there is much in the world that is wrong. If you want expansive experiences, you must have expansive thoughts. You may use your energy to effect change in the world in any manner that you like. but to resist the idea that at the root of everything is love. Meaning the energy which creates everything is the energy of love. And your resistance to that is what changes the outcome. That resistance does not serve your ultimate purpose, which is to feel boundless love. As humanity begins a true exploration of reality creation, by diving into the spirit in a non-religious way, then the discoveries made within shall inform all of the technologies used to assist humanity. Energies required to build the machines that are there, to reduce the energy expended by the human being. You have the power to cut yourself off from boundless energy. Simply put, once you master your moods, you will access great rivers of energy. Galaxies of limitless energy. This can be the greatest realization of humanity and the human being individually. That the actual regeneration of energy is the surrender to source energy, which is limitless, renewable, and sustainable. There will come a time on the planet when vehicles shall be powered by your emotional energy. The vehicles shall be synergistically and symbiotically one with the driver. It is inevitable. If you believe that you are one with God, it means that the creation is one with the Creator. And when you are one with God or Source, then all flows perfectly. Then the same shall be true for the ideas of technical innovation. In the great field of metaphysical knowledge, energy healing is being explored with great success. Understanding that the human body has a field of energy that can receive healing from another person is growing. While the power of touch has been accepted by the masses, now the power of non-touch, as it is traditionally understood, is revealing exciting possibilities. When you touch with energy, you are still touching. And when you touch with energy, you are simply surrendering to the oneness that is already there. Energy healing work is the non-resistance to the omnipresent source. Not only does the physical human body have a field of energy around it, but it is also itself a field of energy that is revealing itself and expressing itself as bone, cartilage, blood, muscle, skin, and therefore can be healed using telepathic energy. In metaphysical understanding, disease or illness, including the capacity to contract a disease or place oneself in a situation where there is the possibility of contracting a physical illness, that is birthed from an emotional state or core belief about life and how it works. If you vehemently believe or are in fear of bacteria in the environment, coming from a core belief that the world is dirty and unsanitary, then either you shall have a series of complications and challenges, or you will be frantic in an effort to prevent yourself from ever experiencing that. Your surrender or resistance controls the power of the flow of energy you experience. This is an emotional state of being that rules energy. From the practice of yoga to sports to thrill-seeking, energy is the prize. The release of energy, the expending of energy, and the creation of new energy. Whatever gives you all three of these things is what you are after. If you are a powerful receiver, you can experience this with anything that you choose, rather than only certain activities, which keeps you in constant pursuit and drains your energy. This is a vicious cycle, and is inefficient. This mentality is what prevents the world from a cleaner environment and happier people. Begin with yourself now. There is a day tomorrow that you shall live. You have separated your life by days, and months, and years, even minutes and seconds. In order to organize yourselves, you use the physical environment in which you live, the movements of the celestial bodies, the changing of day to night, and the observation of the seasons, to create a system of organization for your lives. If you were to let go of that whole structure, then tomorrow is today. This does not mean that you suddenly rush out and try to experience everything. This would be frantic and desperate. Indeed, it has been said that all that exists is the present moment. What I would like to share with you is that it is the eternal present moment, meaning it shall never change. It will always be now. This is what we would like to convey to you in much of this book. You may recalibrate with this new perspective and find all that you seek currently in your educational system. You have the study of physics. It would be a pleasure to see the study of non-physics explored with the same amount of interest and funding. Perhaps it shall never be. Perhaps the study of non-physics is always happening, and it is far bigger than any institutional university could ever be. The study of non-physics and metaphysics shall put the universe back in the word university. It will bring integrity that is a testament to true exploration and leave aggressive mean-spirited scrutiny behind. To observe and ponder and experiment, and have the unknown teach you its expanded reality rather than to use past information to mold your observations is a true science. If you can learn to use any emotional state and turn it into positive energy, you will be a master. It will take time and great emotional strife to have the revelations necessary for true change. The same is true for society, governments, and the phrase, "then there shall be heaven on earth," will be understood more profoundly, that wherever you are can be heaven when oneness is realized. And perhaps that is what is meant by the unified field or one God. There is but one beauty. That is everything that exists perceived physically or non-physically. At this very moment, you can send energy to anyone, anywhere, past, present, or future. When you fully realize that the past, present, and future are all one, you will have the most powerful explosion of love, birthing universes within you, and within others too, and you shall do this endlessly. And I will be there with you. Bless you.